Hello students, welcome to Pathak's Computer Academy online classes. In the previous video, we learned about DML commands, that is data manipulation language. Today we will cover DQL commands in MySQL. Okay, so there is a difference in various authors. Some authors says that DQL command where only one command is there, that is select, can be under DML command. But some author says that select command is not doing any manipulation. This command is only used to fetch the data according to the situation given by the user. That's why that command should be in different language, and that language is DQL, data query language. Okay, so I hope you understand why select command R comes under DQL, because select command is used to fetch the data, whatever stored in the database, based on the specification given by the user. And with the help of select, we are not trying to manipulate the data that are stored in the database. That's why select command is kept other than DML commands. So the contents today we covered the introduction about DQL, and then we will cover the select command in detail, where we cover various clauses like where clause, distinct clause, from clause, order by clause, group by clause, and group by with having. So let's start. As we understand that DQL stands for data query language. And what about query? Query means the user requirement, which data is wanted. For example, there is a table name student where all the data related to the student are stored, like roll number, name, father's name, marks, class, and everything. But now, sometimes it required only the roll number and name of the student. So this is the query that user wants. Okay. So with the help of DQL, we can get the data from the database. Okay. Clear? Now, there's only one command in DQL, that is select, and select command is used to fetch data from one or more tables. And the syntax is quite simple, like this. Select. Now you have to apply distinct or all. If you did not apply anything, it assumes that all records is needed. So default value is all. Then either you supply star or field name, that is column. Star means all the columns that are kept in the table are required. Then, if you perform some mathematical operations, like there is a situation where you want to average the marks of all the subjects, and there is no such column average. So, for giving some alias name, as is used. After that, from where, from which table you want to fetch the data, then if any condition is to be applied, then it should be kept under where clause. After that, there are more such classes. As soon as we covered, we will learn about that. So there are basically three things is to be kept into the mind. That is, you have to use select, then star or field name, then from table. This is the requirement. Like here. Here, what I am doing, select, star means all the data I want, and from where? From table student. So all the columns and all the rows are fetched from the database. Here you can see. Okay, so this is the basic requirement. And then all other things can be putted as per their requirement. So in this slide, all the details related to the syntax are written over here like this. Select is the SQL keyword that are used to retrieve data. Distinct and all is the optional one. Distinct means if you want to fetch the data uniquely. For example, there are 10 students in the class and the city they belongs, 5 students are from one city, 2 from another city, and 3 students are from third city. And you want to fetch the address or city from where your students belongs. So only 3 city will arrive. For this, you have to apply distinct. Okay. If nothing is specified, then all is assumed by default. This is already told you. Star means all the fields. Field name means specified columns names that you required. And as new name means if you perform some computation, then you want to add some new name. Then this can be used. From is mandatory. It must contain at least one table. Multiple tables can be used with the help of join. This will be taken care of later on. Now, where condition is again optional, as I already shown you in the MySQL editor. Okay, whenever you want some specific information to be fetched out, then where condition is to be put it over here. Group by is used to put together records that have the same field value. We will discuss later on. Having, when there is some condition on group by, then with group by, you have to apply having. Order by is used to specify the data in specific order, either descending or ascending order. Okay. So these are the fields. Some are optional and some are mandatory. Now we are going to see each things one by one. Now, if you want single column, so what is to be done? You have to specify that column. So here, select. Now, one column name is needed. So S name and then from student. That's it. So all the information are fetched out. You can see in the example also. Now I am going to delete star and now I need only S name. Okay. So I'm going to run this query. So here you can see that only S name is are fetched from the table. I think it is very clear to you. Now, multiple columns. For multiple columns, you have to apply comma after each column name. So here I want two columns, student name and their address. So what is to be done? Select column name 1, comma, column name 2 from the table where data are kept. Okay. So I am going to put comma, then address. After that, I want to run this query. So here you can see that Virat is belongs to Lucknow, Nitin is belongs to Noida, and so on. Okay. Now, sometimes we need all columns. So we don't need to write each and every column name. Sometimes there is a table that have hundreds of columns. So there is a wastage of time and labor to write down all the names. So what is to be done? You have to supply only column name. Sorry, star, asterisk. So whatever the columns are in the table are fetched out from the database. Okay. So here I want to apply star. So here you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns and all these columns are shown to you. You can verify with what? DESC. I already told you. Describe. Describe means it fetched the details about the schema of the table. So you can see that only 5 columns there will be. Sorry. The table name is student. So here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns are there. So whenever you apply star, all the data are fetched out. Okay. So these are very simple one. Now moving further. Now I want to filter out some data based on my situation. So we have to apply condition. So where clause is to be used and condition is to be put after that. Okay. So now single condition, very easy. I want all the records of student, those address is Allahabad. So I am giving some condition that I need only those records of student who belongs to Allahabad. So what is to be done? It is very simple. Select asterisk from student where address is equal to, I have to put varchar values in inverted commas, that is ALD. Now I am going to run this query. Only two students are belongs to Allahabad. Here you can see that. So by doing this, you can fetch specific record. Now multiple condition, how to put? That can be used by logical operators and or. So here you can see that I need those student information whose address is Noida and the marks in English language is greater than 75. Then you have to apply AND operator. Why? Because all both the conditions should be true. Otherwise, we don't require that data. Okay. And here you can see that either they belongs to Noida or English marks is greater than 75. I need those records. Then OR operator is to be used. Why? Because any one of the condition should be matched. So I'm going to show you. So if I apply Noida, then there are 4 students: Nitin, Shuchi, Ruchi, and Amrita. Now, I want to apply AND operator and apply one more condition. And what they are? That is, English marks is greater than 70. Okay. Now here you can see that only one student got the maximum marks greater than 75, that is Nitin. Then only one record should be fetched out. Let us check. Here, my query is correct. Only one record is fetched out, Nitin, and Nitin have more than 90 marks as well as they belongs to Noida. Now, I want that either they belongs to Noida or English marks is greater than 70. Now, there will be more rows will fetched out based on the condition. Here, Noida, 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 Noida. 4 students belongs to Noida, whether based on marks 60, 65, 65. These threes are lower than 75 marks. But I kept that any one of these condition should be true. That's why all these 4 records are fetched. Other than this, some address are not belongs to Noida, still they are fetched out. Why? Because the second condition, that is English marks should be greater than 75, is true. Like here, Virat, ABC, and Prakash all got greater than 75 marks. So by doing this, you can put more than one condition. Now, next one is distinct class. As I already told you if you want to remove duplicate records, then you have to apply distinct. So here I applied all the address I want to fetch out that belongs to student. So if I did not apply distinct, so what will happen? You can see. Select address from student. So it will reply or fetch all the address from all the rows. Here. So duplicacy is seen to you that Noida comes 4 times. Okay. Allahabad comes 2 times. Lucknow comes 3 times and so on. You need to fetch out only the distinct value. So what is to be done? You have to apply distinct keyword. So here you can see that only single time each address are shown to you. So this is the philosophy of distinct. I hope you understand. Now from clause. As I already told you, from clause is mandatory. In each query, you can see that I applied from. From where? In which table you want to fetch the data. Okay. So I'm not going to discuss anymore. Now, next one is order by clause. As I told you that order by clause is used to sort the records in ascending or descending order. By default, the value is in ascending order. And if you want to apply in descending order, you have to specifically mention the value that is DESC. So I'm going to show you. Now, I want to fetch the name of each student alphabetically order. So what is to be done? Select name from, S name. Column name is S name from student order by S name. Okay. First of all, I'm going to delete this. Simply, I want to show you what will happen if I want to show you the name. So here you can see that V comes first, then N, then A. It is in some absurd order. Now, I don't want this. I want to fetch the data in ascending order of the alphabet. So, I want to apply order by S name. Okay. So, here you can see that the name starting with A are shown to you first, then C, then N, then P, then R, and so on. Okay. Now, I want to show the student name in descending order. So, you want to apply DESC explicitly. Okay. So, here you can see that. Now, VE comes first, then S, then R, then P, up to A. Or if you apply ASC, same thing will happen when we use by default value. So here you can see that in ascending order, the name of student shown to you. So I think order by clause is clear to you. This is the slide related to ascending order. Either you did not put ASC, by default, data will be fetched in ascending order, or you can use ASC specifically. For descending order, what is to be done? You have to put DESC. Otherwise, data will not fetched accordingly in the descending order. Second thing, you can sort the result based on more than one column. But first of all, all the data are sorted in according to the first column. After that, sorting is done on the result set by the value in the column 2 in descending order. Okay? Clear? I'm going to show you now. As name, here you can see that A, B, C, Amrita, Anil, Ashish is shown to you. Now, I put one more column, that is address. So, what will happen? The data which comes here like this are put as an input, and then address will apply in ascending order. Here you can see that. So you can see that something went different. Why? Because first of all the data are sorted according to the student name, and whatever the result comes are put into the input as an input, and again all the data are ordered by address in ascending order. Okay? So this is to be taken care of. Now, group by clause. This is very important clause. The group by clause is used to collect data from multiple records and group the result by one or more column. We can also use some aggregate function like count, sum, min, max, average on the grouped column. So how? For example, select distinct address from student. So there are 3 or 4 address are fetched out, that is Noida, Lucknow, Allahabad. That is to be done with group by also. How? Select address from student, group by address. So what they do? Here you can see that select distinct address from student. So it fetched only once the data and shown to you. Now I did not want this. Select address from student, but I want to group by. Group by what? Address should be grouped by. Now I am going to show you. The same output will be shown to you. Now you think that, so what will the use of group by? I will show you in the next slide. Now, I need the information that how many students belongs to Lucknow, how many students are belongs to Noida, Mumbai, and Allahabad. Now, you cannot do this with the help of district. You need group by clause. What is to be done? You have to put select and address count from student group by address. So all the address belongs to Lucknow. There are 3 rows comes out. So it will count 3 and shown to you. 4 rows comes out related to Noida. So 4 will shown to you and so on. Okay. Select address, comma, count, star. Now here I'm going to show you the alias name. Now here the calculation is going on, counting. Now I want to give some decent name. Number of student. Number of student. From student group by address. Now I'm going to run this command. So here you can see that Lucknow 3, Noida 4, Mumbai 1, Allahabad 2. And here the name of the column are shown to you like this. Why? Because I have given the alias name. So I hope you understand what is the use of group by. If you want some grouping based on common values and then perform some operation on grouped values. Okay. Now, there are various aggregate functions. Some are shown to you. Now, some function. I want to add English marks and Hindi marks as total marks from the student group by S name. Okay, so all the name and total marks are shown to you. Okay, now max minimum, you can take average. What is the average marks of each of the students belongs to each city? So here you can see that for the students belongs to Lucknow, the average marks is 60. The students belongs to Noida, the average marks is 70 and so on. So to do this, you need group by clause. Okay. Now having, sometimes you need some condition on grouping values. Then having clause is used. So this is the example. Select address, average English marks from student, group by address. So average English marks are shown to you like this. Select address. Now average marks I want for English marks. Okay. Then now I'm not going to put some name. so that it is easy to show to you the whole query. So what will happen? Look this. So Lucknow averaging is 60, Noida average English marks is 70, Mumbai 80, Allahabad 75. Now I want some more condition. So I have to put having. You cannot apply where. It will generate an error. Having what? Average or address average English marks is greater than let's 75. Now, if we run this query, 70 and 75 will be deleted or are not fetched. Only Lucknow and Mumbai, sorry, only Mumbai should be shown. Why? Because 60, 70, 75 all are neglected. If I put equal to, then Allahabad will show. Let's check. So here you can see that those address which have English marks averaging is greater than or equal to 75, only those record has to be fetched down. Then we have to apply group by with having. If you apply group by with where, then error will shown to you. So here you can see that there is an error. Okay. Clear? So I hope you enjoyed the session. Keep on practicing because it required a lot of attention when you use grouping, specifically grouping. Order by is easy, distinct is easy. If you applied more than one condition is again easy. You have to be very careful about logical operators. But if we concern about group by clause, there is a lot of attention you have to pay. I hope you enjoyed the session. Now the unit 4 is completed. In the next class, we will start unit 5, that is Introduction to Emerging Trends. And in that, I will teach you the basic introduction to AI, that is artificial intelligence. Till then, thank you very much. Bye-bye.